So these are 3 stretches that you could do every day. They're 3 of my favorite stretches. They're also stretches you could do at the start of every workout to warm up a bit and to mobilize the joints. So we're going to start in a cat-cow. So coming down onto all fours, knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. Make sure to spread your fingers nice and wide. And then from here, you're going to drop the belly down, arching the back, sticking your tailbone up towards the ceiling, and lifting your head up, reaching the crown of the head towards the ceiling. You can choose to inhale and exhale on either part of the movement. Kind of let that happen naturally, but just make sure you are inhaling and exhaling, and that you're not holding your breath. So we're going to, for example, inhale, and then exhale to round the spine, reaching the spine up towards the ceiling, rounding the back, and drawing your abdominals in towards your spine. And then again, inhale, lengthen the spine, arch the back, look up, and then round the spine, reaching it up towards the ceiling. So whilst you're doing these 2 movements, we'll do about 5 to 10 of these. Try and activate your lower abdominals. So when you have an arched lower back like this, your abdominals are relaxed. They are naturally in a relaxed position. Try and start by drawing these lower abs, the lower portion of your tummy, in towards the spine and slightly tucking or rounding the lower back. Tucking the pelvis, rounding the lower back. So then you should start to feel these muscles engaging. Practice that because it's a great way to activate your lower abdominals, which are key to supporting the lower back. Next, we're going to add in a thread the needle. So lift one hand up, thread the hand underneath you, and slide the hand across the floor, along the floor, as you look up at the ceiling. Hold for 2 seconds, and then come back the way you came. Take the same hand up towards the ceiling on the opposite side. Reach up, hold for 2 seconds, and then we'll go again. 5 of these. So this is a great mobilization for the upper thoracic spine. And it's a nice stretch in your upper back. When you reach on the floor, you should feel a nice stretch in between the shoulder blades. If you are someone who's sat at a desk for a long time, this is a really nice counter stretch or counterbalance to being sat at a desk all day. Great, change side. Let's do 5 on the other side. Reach as far as you can along the floor, look at the ceiling, and then rotate back the way you came, opening across the chest, reaching up towards the ceiling. This is called thread the needle. 2-second hold, and then back the way you came. 2-second hold. Awesome. Next, we're going to do a hip flexor stretch. So when you're sitting for long periods of time, the hip flexor can get quite tight and quite weak. So it's important to strengthen the lower body. But this is a hip flexor stretch, which is going to help initially just lengthen the hip flexors. This will help improve lower body mobility and posture. So coming to kneeling, you're going to step 1 foot forward. So you're in your split kneeling position. Tuck the tailbone under, posterior pelvic tilt, and squeeze the glutes. Already you should have a nice little stretch across the hip flexors. And then reach both arms up towards the ceiling, grow taller, and grab hold of one wrist. So if you're stretching your right leg, if your right leg is the one that's behind, then take hold of your right wrist and pull it across the body. So I'll just show you a little bit better here. If you're reaching up, you grab hold of the right wrist and you pull it across the body. So we're getting a stretch into the lat and into the side body. So you're going to hold this position for 45 seconds. I'm going to start a timer now. Keep that posterior pelvic tilt, squeezing the glutes, and you should feel a nice stretch across the hip flexors here. When you're stretching, you want to be as relaxed as possible. Obviously, you want to hold the position and the movement that you're doing, but you don't want to hold a lot of tension. You don't want to be gripping the muscles. You need to be able to let them sort of just be in this stretch. If it's super painful, obviously come out of the stretch. Stretching shouldn't cause pain, especially not sharp pain. It should just feel like a gentle pulling on the muscle, a gentle stretch, but nothing like pulling a muscle, like you're about to pull a muscle. Then something's wrong, so definitely come out of the stretch if that's the case. Great, and change leg. So we're going to put the other leg in front, tuck the tailbone under, squeeze the glutes, reach up. Now I'll grab hold of the other wrist and pull it across the body. So you're getting this stretch down the hip flexor, or up or down the hip flexor, and all along the side of the body as well. Great, we'll do another 20 seconds on this side as well. Nice stretch. Depending where you're tight, depending what movements, what workouts you've done in the last few days, I can feel it a lot around sort of the hip bone and where the obliques attach. Fab. Now, for your last stretch of the 3, we're going to do a book opener. This is a stretch for the pecs and the shoulders. Again, if you're sitting for long periods of time at a desk, you're going to be quite closed across the shoulders. So this is a nice one to open the front of the shoulders, but again, it's also going to mobilize the upper thoracic spine. So come to lying on your side like you're sleeping, knees together. Keep the knees together the whole time. Try and keep them down on the floor. Don't let them come with you. Don't let them lift off. Hands together, and you're going to reach one hand up. You're going to reach the hand up and rotate your chest towards the ceiling, getting a nice stretch across the shoulder, the chest, maybe a little bit down the side body as well. And then the aim is to get your hand all the way down to the floor and then come back the way you came. So we'll do 5 of these. Keep breathing throughout. Don't worry if your hand isn't getting to the floor. It could be quite nice to have like a yoga block or a book or something on the floor to tap, even if you can't reach the floor. So something to sort of lift the floor up towards you, a cushion, something like that. It's just quite nice to know that you're getting to the same range every time. And then as you become more mobile in this stretch, you'll be able to remove the cushion and get your hand to the floor. Great, I think that's 5. Obviously, if it feels good, you can also spend 30 seconds or so just lying in the stretch. So we'll change sides, 5 on the other side as well. If it feels uncomfortable on your neck, it might be that you need a cushion under the head as well. So if your neck is really cranking in this position, really cranky, then place a cushion under the head while you do this. And there we go. Those are 3 stretches that you can do anytime, even just in a break from working at your desk. You can do them at the start of your workout. You can even do them at the end of your workout. They're just nice at the start as a way to mobilize the body before you train. Yeah, I hope that's useful. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, bye.